Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Monday night, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard live. And we're talking about education, we're talking about product, and we're talking about my favorite business model. So I want to share a little bit with you guys. This doesn't directly relate to what happened to me a few years ago with my heart issue, but it's a very important topic that we need to cover because doctors are not taught nutrition in medical school. I actually have more training than a PhD in medicine or a licensed surgical doctor, than anything else. So I went through about 45 hours of training, and then I just recently did my holistic practitioner's license. I've had all of this education for over 20 years, but I want to bring it and coalesce it and bring it to you guys as someone who's very educated, who's done her research, but also, just stating, and I'm not a certificate junkie. I think that a lot of them are bullshit. Most of them are. But when it makes sense to do something on, what you're doing in your future, that's a big deal for me. So I want to talk about debunking statins. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because cholesterol is highly misunderstood. And I just want to give you some basic knowledge about that. So let's talk a little bit about that. So actually, what is cholesterol? It is not a bad word. It is a great thing. It helps your body function. It helps your liver function. It gives you great stuff for your brain. So I want to actually define this for you. So cholesterol is a lipid substance, which tends to mean it's a little bit waxy. It's produced by the liver, and it's needed for making cell walls, tissues, hormones, vitamin D, and also biohormones. So if we think about what I talked about last week, we talked about zombie cells, right? If your body doesn't have the proper enzymes, the proper hormones, and the proper ingredients, your body the cells are going to start to stick together and they can't die. We need cells to die so we can produce new ones. And if we don't have cells that are dying, then there's no room for new ones to get produced. So this is where a lot of health ailments come in. But I want to backtrack here for a second. Just hang with me, all right? Because this is going to blow your mind. It blows my mind every time I do research on this stuff. See, I'm even getting warm talking about it because it matters so much. Okay. So this was research that I did from the NIH, from the Mayo Clinic, and from the Cleveland Clinic. The three top government-funded, all of this money going to research. And you know what the funny thing is? A lot of them said the same thing because they don't want you to do things naturally. They want you to be on the drugs. And the two worst drugs that you can, well, actually there's three: antibiotics, statins, and blood pressure medication. Those are the gateways. And not only that, even OTC medications such as NSAIDs like Tylenol and Advil and any prescription, it's going to fuck with your gut microbiome. And that is where the dysbiosis, which means it's not coalescing together. Okay? So hang with me here for a second. Okay. Back before 1988, your good cholesterol levels, and again, there's different ways that you can measure it. You've got your high density lipoproteins and your low density, right? The low densities, the LDLs, those are the shitty ones. Those are the ones from the bad fats, the seed oils, all that kind of stuff. The good cholesterol comes from your natural good fats, avocados, fatty fish, certain nuts, okay? But hang with me for a second. Bacteria, okay, and this is what the NIH, the Cleveland Clinic, and the Mayo Clinic said, all in, and I did a Google search, is that they said that when your gut microbiome, the bacteria is off, it gets an upper hand, and it makes drugs a disposable active ingredient. So they're saying that good gut microbiome actually makes the prescription drugs not work. Well, duh, because prescription drugs, they wreck your gut. And that's the first thing that goes. The other thing is that if you listen to Dr. Barbara O'Neill, she is one of the experts on cholesterol. And if you do not have the proper amount of cholesterol, is that your brain starts to shrink. And it's one of the key leading things that can lead to Parkinson's and cancer. So think about this for a second, okay? And here's the thing I'm going to tell you right now is that there is no drug, there is no treatment out there, okay? Not chemo, not radiation. It is not going to help with it. It only prolongs the actual time that you have before your body is going to react to it again, because you can't treat an acidic body with an acidic treatment, okay? So think about this. Food, herbs, Mother Nature, the sun, fruits, vegetables, animal proteins are all help to heal and to keep your body from actually producing the bad cells. So think about that for a second. What are we taught to do? We're taught to brush our teeth with fluoride. We're taught to put sunscreen on. We're taught to stay out of the sun. We are taught that animal protein is bad for us, and so are animal fats, which is bullshit. Butter's one of the best things on the planet Earth. But you guys, again, you do have to monitor your intake, okay? I eat 2 meals a day now. I've never felt better. I don't even know. None of my clothes fit me anymore. It's like wearing a sack. So anyways, with that being said, is that all of these things also lead to leaky gut, which is the #1 cause of all of the other things that are challenging your health. Leaky gut is one of the worst things in the world because your body starts attacking itself. It's incredible. I'll do a whole nother educational thing on leaky gut alone, but that is a huge thing. Okay. Now, let's talk about the 2 other things that when I was researching that these 3 institutions said you have to watch out for. Sugar, which is hid in a lot of stuff. Gluten, of course, which, again, our country's gluten is not the same as if you go to Europe and you go and eat over there. It's completely different. Let me just say this. Then they say salt. Bullshit. Salt is one of the key things in our bodies that keep our bodies moving. It keeps us from having headaches. Migraines are the #1 cause of a sodium deficiency. Why do you think that when you call an ambulance, what is the first thing they do? They give you a saline drip. You want to know why? Because it's 9,000 micrograms of sodium. And that's what your body truly needs. I would have grabbed it, but I didn't think about it before I started talking about this because I tend to, talk about what's on my heart. Redmond's, salt. #1 thing, I put it in my happy juice every morning with a little pinch of cayenne. That is my secret sauce to getting my day started. So, and with all of the stress that I have been through over the last 6 to 9 months, I have not been sick. I've been a little bit depressed, but you know what? That comes with the expectation of when you're going through challenges, and especially with the way the world is right now, right? So many things. Salt is good. It is not evil. Iodized salt, table salt that they bind with the plastics is shit. So don't use that. And a lot of the Celtic sea salts, they have high levels of heavy metals and stuff like that. You have to make sure it's tested. So that's why Redmond's, and let me give a shout out. I don't make any money off this stuff. It's just stuff that I personally use. Okay. The other thing is that all of the ultra processed foods, ingredients, all that kind of stuff, OTC meds, prescription meds, all this kind of stuff, it affects the body's pH. Your body internally needs to be at a pH, and you can get the little pH strips to test to see where your pH is. This is why it's so important for you to get good, clean drinking water, because it's going to help you keep that good pH up. Hey, you guys, I'm not watching the comments. I'm really sorry, but I'm really excited about this information. So listen, if you have questions, DM me, all right? So I'm going to get through this part of the other education part of the statins, and then I'm going to talk about a couple of other things. So we talked about leaky gut. It totally affects the metabolic pathways. So if you haven't gotten Dr. Casey's book yet, go get Good Energy. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about. The things that you can do to help you with good cholesterol. are fibers, pre and probiotic fibers, not antibiotics. Those don't help. They don't help with you medically either. This is why that you need to supplement with good, clean pre and probiotics. So it has a blend of the good gut flora in there. It also has glutamine, which is really, really important, and that's great for a blend. So, you know, having a great gut bacteria that increases the good stuff is really, really important. The other thing is that we all need to be supplementing with omega-3s. Omega-6 are shit. That's a lot of your seed oils, all that kind of stuff. But your omega-3s are key. And they need to be from clean fish sources that have, oh shit, I forget the DHAs and EPAs. So, is that right? I'm not looking at this and I can't see it. The print is so small. But all of the EFAs that I've ever taken have had these in there, and it helps your body produce it naturally. It's not like your body is getting a synthetic like melatonin. Please don't ever take melatonin. It's shit, okay? So we're still going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, you know, all the things that are good for you. Again, these are products that I recommend wholeheartedly, 100%. If you guys don't know, and I'm just going to say a little bit about this, we've been taking good, clean supplements since I was 15 years old. I firmly feel that's why I didn't have any issues leading up to finding out I had a hole in my heart and everything that's going on. But the best part is that there's amazing companies that you can represent to make money with in network marketing. And that is one of the things that I always talk about. Align yourself with a good, clean company like Amare, like what we've done with all of the research that I have put into this, and get on a regimen that, one, is going to help you reduce your cortisol, two, it's going to help you sleep, three, it's going to help you with clarity, with focus. And I'm not making any medical claims. This is not, I even hate to say the letter organization, the FDA, but I have to, because they're dicks, okay? That's just it, period. And if you've been watching my shit for ever since I've been on social media, I haven't been as bold talking about this, but I have been really bold in the last 5 years because it's so very important. So important. And I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to help you. I want to especially help your kids, because you guys, there's more than 50% of our American children that are sick from something. And I know what it is. So, oh, thanks, Coco. You know, you're not, hey, look, if you're going to come on my page and you're not going to hear real, and you're not going to hear me being bold and out there, then don't listen to me. You don't have to. I really don't give a shit. But the one things that I do know is that I've done my due diligence. I know how to help people make money. I know how to help them feel better. And that's the bottom line. So that's where I'm standing. Look, there's a lot of shit going on right now. And with the cost of prices going up, and I you know, again, you guys, if you haven't heard over the last couple of days about what's going to happen at 12 o'clock tonight, we have to be ready. We have to be prepared, and we have to be at the top of our game of our health. It's the most important thing that you can have, especially right here, right now, with all of the crazy shit that's going on with this, you know, the things and the stress and all that kind of stuff. But we're here for you. We're here as a community, and we'll walk you through this. We'll lock arms with you. We'll help reduce your stress. We'll help you feel better. Hey, and guess what? You'll take regular shits. It's the best thing in the world. I get up in the morning, and by 8 a.m., I am feeling sprightly. But that's the reality of the situation, you guys, and that's what stress does to us. It's just the facts. So, anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Listen, if you want more information, you want to get on the product, I'm going to tell you, I just love what this does. And you guys, I wish that I had gone upstairs and done this and shown you a video of my supplement. It's like a whole 3-tiered cupboard level: Collegial Silver, Zeolites, Amare, Thorn, just all sorts of different supplements that I use on a regular basis, along with Redmond salt and, you know, clean cayenne pepper, That's another big one. I also, every quarter, I do a 3-day detox. And so we have an amazing protocol for that if you want that. If you want my protocol for, how to basically take $1,000 of your money and get on, good clean water, shower filters, supplements, good reading materials, I have that available. Just send me a message and I'll send it over to you. So you guys, really, Dorothy, you should be getting the pre and probiotic in your order. So I just really appreciate you guys for trusting in me, following us. We've got a lot of more great stuff coming up, and I cannot wait to share with y'all. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me for a little bit tonight. But hey, let's roll. Let's feel better. Let's make some money, and let's help some people. All right, you guys, take care. Mwah. Love you. Bye-bye.